Taxes, am I right? Nobody enjoys them, but they're kind of important. Think of it like this. Taxes pay for roads, schools, and that sweet, sweet national defense. Plus, if you play your cards right, you might even get some cash back. That's right, folks, a tax refund. It's like finding a 20 in your pocket, except it's probably a lot more than 20 bucks. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, this all sounds great, but taxes are confusing as hell. And you're not wrong. But fear not, dear taxpayer, because I'm here to break it down for you. We're gonna navigate this tax maze together, one deduction at a time. By the end of this, you'll be filing like a pro, and maybe even looking forward to tax season. Okay, maybe not looking forward to it, but at least you won't be dreading it quite as much. So grab a cup of coffee, maybe a stiff drink if that's your thing, and let's dive into the wonderful world of taxes. All right, before we get down to brass tacks, we gotta make sure you've got all your ducks in a row, paperwork-wise. First things first, you're gonna need those tax forms. You know, the ones with all the numbers and boxes. Keep an eye out for those W-2S and 1099S. They're like the VIPs of the tax document world. Got kids? Mortgage payments got you down? Good news, there are forms for that too. The more info you have, the better equipped you are to tackle this tax beast. Think of it like a puzzle, except instead of a pretty picture, you get a tax refund. And who doesn't love a good puzzle, right? One last thing, keep those receipts. You never know what might be deductible. That's right, I said deductible. More on that later, but for now, just trust me and hold on to those little slips of paper. They might just save you some serious dough. Now for the fun part, deductions and credits. These bad boys are like cheat codes for your taxes, helping you lower your taxable income and maybe even score a bigger refund. Let's start with deductions. Ever heard of mortgage interest, property taxes, medical expenses? Well, guess what? Uncle Sam might just give you some money back for those. And then there are credits. These are like deductions on steroids. Instead of just reducing your taxable income, credits directly slash the amount of taxes you owe. Got kids? Boom, child tax credit. Paying for college? Education credits to the rescue. See, taxes aren't so bad after all, right? The key here is to know what you're eligible for. Every taxpayer's situation is different, so do your research or consult with a tax professional. They're like the Yoda to your Luke Skywalker, guiding you through the ways of the tax force. Section 4. Turbocharge your filing game. Okay, so you've gathered your documents, scoped out those sweet, sweet deductions, and now you're ready to file. But hold on a minute, friend. Before you go full-on paper pusher, let's talk strategy. First up, tax software. It's like having a personal tax assistant, except it won't judge you for eating all those Oreos. Plus, it's way less error-prone than doing your taxes by hand. And trust me, the IRS is not known for its sense of humor when it comes to math errors. Next tip, track your expenses. Remember those receipts we talked about? This is where they come in handy. By keeping tabs on your spending throughout the year, you'll be way ahead of the game come tax time. There are even apps for that now, because of course there are. And finally, don't wait until the last minute. Procrastination may be your middle name, but trust me, it's not worth the stress when it comes to taxes. So set a reminder, mark it on your calendar, or tattoo it on your forehead if you have to. But whatever you do, don't miss that deadline. Section 5. Stay organized, stay ahead. Congratulations, friend. You've made it to the end of our whirlwind tax tour. You're practically a tax whiz now. But before you go off celebrating your newfound knowledge, and hopefully a hefty refund, here's one last piece of advice. Stay organized. Keep all your tax documents in one safe place so you're not scrambling like a squirrel on Red Bull when tax season rolls around again. Remember, taxes are a marathon, not a sprint. By staying organized, planning ahead, and maybe shedding a tear or two, you can conquer this beast and come out on top. And hey, if all else fails, there's always the good old-fashioned method. Pay someone else to do it for you. Because let's be real, sometimes it's worth every penny to avoid the headache. Now go forth, my tax-savvy friend, and may the odds of a big refund be ever in your Yo, it's tax season. Time to get that cash flow. Don't let Uncle Sam snatch, keep it on the down low. First thing, gather all your T4s or W2s. Calculate your earnings, don't sing the blues. Maximize deductions, that's the name of the game. Mortgage interest, student loans, bring no shame. Donations and charity, play the generous card. Every little bit helps. Keep your pockets large. It's a tax hustle. Flip those forms right. Stacking up the paper all day and night. It's a tax hustle, legit but real tight. Maximize the refunds, keep your game light. Earned income credit, check if you qualify. It's free money, don't let it pass you by. Got kids? Claim that child tax credit. More dependents, more cash, never forget it. IRA contributions, put away for the old. Retirement savings, it's money that's gold. Healthcare expenses, they add up quick. Deduct them all, it's a neat little trick. It's a tax hustle. Flip those forms right. Stacking up the paper all day and night. It's a tax hustle, legit but real tight. Maximize the refunds, keep your game light. Education costs, lifetime learning credit. Keep those receipts, don't you dare shred it. Side hustle, report that extra dough. But business expenses, make sure they show. Mileage and home office, they cut you a break. Track every mile for every buck's sake. Use the right software, let it do the grind. TurboTax, H&R Block, peace of mind. It's a tax hustle. Flip those forms right. Stacking up the paper all day and night. It's a tax hustle, legit but real tight. Maximize the refunds, keep your game light. Stay organized, keep receipts in a row. File early, avoid that audit blow. Get help if you need it, hire a pro. CPA's got your back, let that knowledge show. Tax hustle anthem, keep your money close. Optimizing every line, that's how we boast. Financial savvy from January to April. Turn those forms in, make your wallet grateful.